My fellow Americans, tonight I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak that started in China and is now spreading throughout the world. We have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China. It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear. Now the Democrats are politicizing, and this is their new hoax. If you're healthy, you will probably go through a process and you'll be fine. Be calm. It's really working out. A lot of good things are going to happen.
Dr. Fauci said earlier this week that the lag in testing was, in fact, a failing. Do you take responsibility for that?
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
But you did disband the White House Pandemic Office. So what responsibility do you take to that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job.
What do you say the Americans were scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. It's a very inaccurate quiet. It's so insulting when they write phony stories that they know are fake news. But remember, we inherited a broken, obsolete system. There has been so much unnecessary death in this country. It could have been stopped, and it could have been stopped short. But somebody a long time ago, it seems, decided not to do it that way, and the whole world is suffering because of it. There has been so much unnecessary death in this country.
AB PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Two types of Americans have emerged through this pandemic. Those who sacrifice and those who demand. Those who sacrifice, they're the leaders working tirelessly to save American lives. The millions of Americans that have chosen to stay home despite the hardships. The first responders, the nurses, doctors, people who put themselves in harm's way to help others, no matter the cost to themselves. Those who demand, they protest, threaten, scream with words of selfish entitlement. They fight, but only for themselves, for their interests, their desires, putting their wants ahead of what's right, no matter the cost to anyone else. Yes, there are two kinds of Americans. We already know which American Trump is, the same one he's always been. The important question is, which one are you?
Paid for by the Lincoln Project, which is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Michigan Capitol, it has been like this for a while.
Much of this feels like a Donald Trump re-election rally at the same time. Many people coming out to support the president, many not wearing masks. Some are, but a lot of the people in this crowd right now are not wearing masks and don't have a particular concern about the coronavirus.
We are here exercising our God-given American rights, our Second Amendment.
our state to be opened up. We're tired of not being able to buy the things that we need, go to the hairdressers, get our hair done. It's time to open up. The sick are being taken care of. If you're sick, stay home and in your house. The ones that can work need to work. We need to open our businesses.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I've had a quadruple bypass. I've had a heart attack, a stroke, and I'm still not afraid to go out in public. It's how you take care of yourself. We're not, like I said, we're not her children. Until this virus runs its course, it's gonna stay here. And all we're doing is hiding from it.
Are you stupid or something?
The cars were blocking one of our hospitals, so an ambulance literally wasn't able to get into the bay for 10 minutes.
I work for Sparrow Hospital. How can I do my job if y'all idiots are blocking up the ways to get to the hospital? There are people dying every minute. And you guys, Trump supporters, want to block up everything and don't care about nobody else. What if it was your mother? What if it was your father? What if your infant son or daughter gets sick? This is ridiculous. This is what I'm mad about. All y'all want to sit down there and pump your horn, hang out the window, throw your flag out because y'all don't like what somebody told y'all to do? Y'all some idiots. Total idiots. I can't do my job. I can't help anybody because y'all decide to block up every entrance way to get to the hospital.
Unethical, disgusting. You're a virus.
We're trying to do the right thing and we don't need to get attacked. It's not fair to get attacked.
Pictures of nurses and physicians with bruises on their faces and crying because they can't take another day of losing patients. It's just incredible that that doesn't seem to affect people.
People die from all kinds of things every day. That's just the way of life. The people that are getting sick are the people that are already compromised in the first place. They're usually older, they're unhealthy. I'm sorry for them.
Dr. Fauci is now having to get protection because of the number of death threats that he has received for doing what? Trying to save as many American lives as he can. This is the sickness of certain extreme, rabid supporters online of Donald Trump, having to get security, having to get protection from U.S. Marshals because he's getting death threats from people who think that this is a conspiracy to bring down Donald Trump. It's madness.
Yesterday, there has been some promise with hydroxychloroquine
this potential therapy for people who are infected with coronavirus. Is there any evidence to suggest that, as with malaria, it might be used as a prophylaxis against COVID-19?
No, the answer is no. And the evidence that you're talking about, John, is anecdotal evidence.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm like a person that has a good, you know what.
It's madness.